In today's video, we are going inside Putin's secret $1 billion palace. Welcome to Luxury Logic, the #1 spot for content about the extravagant lifestyles of the rich and famous. Here at Luxury Logic, we love taking a look at billionaires. And today, that brought us to one of the richest and most luxurious people in the world, Russian President Vladimir Putin, who keeps adding more to his net worth and purchasing real estate to make sure that when he leaves his presidential position, he'll leave as a wealthy man. And what's more reassuring than a $1 billion estate? In today's video, though, we want to take a look at this luxurious secret $1 billion palace to see why so much money has been poured into making this project. Before we get started, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. When Russian President Vladimir Putin says he's only getting paid some $100,000 per year, he means he's getting paid in another otherworldly currency that we're not privy to, because quite frankly, there's no way he could afford and maintain the indulgent lifestyle he keeps. The extent of just how luxurious Putin's life is was revealed by former Deputy Prime Minister Boris Nemtsov, who passionately and vindictively wrote a 36-page book about Putin's habits. He described the 20-something palaces and villas Putin gets to call home, the 58 aircraft, 4 yachts, and 700 vehicles he had at his beck and call, which allegedly take about $1.6 billion a year to maintain. We thought nothing he owned was as indulgent and luxurious as the $75,000 private bathroom in his jet, but we haven't even taken a look at his $1 billion home yet. Yes, you heard us right. Putin had a $1 billion palace built just for himself. This project started all the way back during his first term as president, and it was a very hush-hush project. One of Putin's former spokespeople, Dmitry Peskov, after being dismissed in 2010, revealed the true purpose of this secretive project. Putin would go on to deny that his name was in any way attached to this scandal, but everyone knows he oversaw every piece of decor that went on in his 4-story, again, $1 billion mansion. Before Dmitry Peskov became one of the whistleblowers on this outrageous project, Russian businessman Sergei Kolesnikov reported it. In 2010, he wrote an open letter to then-president of Russia, Dmitry Medvedev, revealing that a place is being built on the Black Sea coast for the personal use of the Russian Prime Minister. He also added, as things stand, the cost of the palace is $1 billion. The funds were mostly raised through a combination of corruption, bribery, and theft. Now, you may be wondering just how outrageous and luxurious this palace must be to cause such a riot and controversy. It might even be more controversial than Mukesh Ambani's $2 billion Antilla mansion in India. While Ambani paid for his 27-story home out of his own pocket, Putin used his country's resources. So take a look for yourself. What has been dubbed as Putin's Palace is a sprawling Italianate structure that's rumored to be 250,000 square foot wide and is tucked in a forested 40 acres in viewing distance from the Black Sea. It's located in a tiny resort town called Praskovivka and near the resort of Galenzite. Surrounded by an iron-wrought fence accented with gold emblems and gold imperial eagles, Putin's Palace has a long list of unbelievable amenities. It features its very own casino, a church, a clock tower, several swimming pools, tea houses, both a winter theater and a sprawling summer amphitheater outside, and more. Outside, this formidable property is surrounded by miles of forests and mountains, and underneath, it allegedly features underground tunnels. Like any classic neoclassical style palace, Putin's Palace features both a private courtyard and formal gardens. The only modern twist is that there's a landing pad with bays that can fit 3 helicopters. The masterfully and painstakingly landscaped gardens feature large hedges, a breathtaking fountain, and even some hedges that are cropped to the shape of a heart. which shows a surprisingly soft side of Russia's president. We don't know who decided to cut a heart in Putin's backyard, but they deserve some credit for how beautiful their creation looks. All of this knowledge and pictures are only available to us by satellite images taken of the area. Some of the pictures are said to have been leaked by workers on the site. Let's step back inside for more extravagant features. We've spoken about the multiple swimming pools, but do you know that means there's an indoor heated pool and not one but two cold plunge pools? This palace also features a sauna and a gym. Of course, there are accommodations for security guards and apartments for staff. You can tell by the exterior that Putin was inspired by the notoriously regal vacation mansions of 18th century czars. He made his vision come true with all the imposing columns, stone archways, and massive crystal chandeliers that hang in nearly every room. From the few pictures released, the gold ceilings aren't hard to miss. Neither is the luxurious canopy bed with silky sheets and gold accents. All across the walls and ceilings there are hand-painted murals that make the palace resemble one of those Renaissance palaces, especially with the beautiful crown molding and scalloped columns inside. Also decorated in this manner are several dining rooms and boardrooms. And in the center of this staggeringly expensive estate is a garden. We don't know if the bathrooms are anything like the gold $75,000 toilet on his private jet, but they probably look similar. This is a man who owns a watch collection where each watch may be worth anywhere from $687,000 to a whopping $1 million. And he's never seen without a sleek watch on his wrist. If you want to see another outrageously expensive thing Putin owns, keep watching. This palace is so over the top and so criminally beautiful that it has been compared to France's Versailles. This brings us back to what we spoke about at the beginning of the video. How on earth was Putin able to afford to build such a luxurious palace? We don't know exactly when Putin's vision of building his own gold-plated, 4 stories high Versailles was born, but we know that in 2005, President Putin personally demanded improvement for Russia's poor healthcare facilities. Some 5 years later, investigators found that suppliers were making some hospitals pay 2 or 3 times more than they should for vital equipment, such as medical scanners. We know Putin's just a humble guy when it comes to admitting how much his net worth is, but we know he has some insanely powerful friends, including his friendships with Chelsea Football Club owner billionaire Roman Abramovich. Putin's friendship with the oligarch resulted in Abramovich gifting Putin a $50 million super yacht. Considering Roman Abramovich owns one of the world's most expensive yachts, the $1.9 billion Eclipse, we're not surprised. So, several Russian oligarchs, including Abramovich, donated millions of dollars to Putin's cause and to, allegedly, help improve Russia's hospitals. What they were really doing was financing his dream home. Turns out Putin had allegedly used these funds and other funds for industrial projects meant to improve the country's healthcare infrastructure to make his wildest Pinterest board come to life. When the whistleblower, businessman Kolesnikov, outed Putin's secretive Project South, he admitted to working on the project himself until 2009. Later, when anti-corruption organizations stormed Putin's palace's front doors, they were held off by private security guards and uniformed members of the official Kremlin Guard service. Why would official Kremlin guards hang around a normal billionaire's palace? The private security company claimed that they'd bought the uniforms and the Kremlin identity cards from a shop. In the end, this palace was allegedly too troublesome for Putin to hold on to, and it was sold for $350 million to the former owner of the Black Sea port of Novorossiysk, Alexander Ponomarenko, another close friend of Putin. So the palace probably still belongs to Putin. If you had an architectural marvel such as this palace, would you give it up as well? And this concludes today's video on Putin's secret $1 billion palace. Which feature shocked you the most? And if you had $1 billion to decorate your dream home, How would you design it? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for watching.